This video was recorded during an international course in medical response to major incidents at the Karolinska University Hospital, Stockholm, in November 2012. So why do we need such courses? Experience from the previous year's major incidents and disasters clearly shows that the most common cause of failure in response is in communication and coordination between the various units. The only way to train for this is to train all components in the chain of response at the same time: scene, transport, the different functions in the hospitals, communication, coordination and command. This is too expensive and inefficient to do with live exercises, but does need access to realistic and accurate simulation models. The simulation system used in this course is the MACSIM system, Mass Casualty Simulation. The system is based on magnetized patient cards with injuries taken from real scenarios. Along the sides of the card is indicated the patient's present condition: airway, breathing, circulation and mental response. These parameters can be changed by the instructor depending on the time passed since injury and treatments performed. In the centre of the card, the different injuries are illustrated with a simple system of symbols. You can attach to the cards movable markers indicating the priority, different colours according to the common triage systems, and also different treatments. The time this takes in reality is the time given to each treatment. The whole exercise is run with real consumption of time and resources for every decision made. On the present course, medical staff from a total of 19 countries around the world took part, many of them highly experienced. The scenario was a terrorist attack where 2 bombs exploded in a crowded conference hotel in a tourist resort a long way from the nearest large hospital. The attack resulted in 400 dead and injured, many severely. This is a fully realistic scenario caused by indoor explosions in crowded areas, like the London or Madrid terrorist bombings. 4 hospitals, 70 ambulances and 6 helicopters were alerted in the first instance. We start the recording when the first units arrive on the scene 5 minutes after the alert, with the task to take command and organise the scene.
It's not safe to approach the building.
No.
Do we have an access point for an RVP to set up for ambulances that are arriving until we can get a bit closer? Shall we take like corner of Long Street, West Street as an RVP to start with until we can move them in?
Yeah, do that.
Is that happy?
Yeah, so we'll go Long Street and around and then Harbour. This is the way out.
It is very, very important that the first people on scene actually do their job very well, because this could be the difference between hospitals going on alert, operations being stopped, hospitals being cleared or not.
It's like 14 minutes from now.
Yeah, regional fire command.
So I'll assign an ambulance loading officer.
I have already assigned.
We've got that. Brilliant.
The bomb squad can be here in 1 hour.
Okay,
So the SWAT team are on their way.
Okay, perfect.
I don't have the time for them to arrive.
Okay, perfect.
He's laying it there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if once you can confirm that the building's safe for people to go inside,
Yeah,
then we will send
take some
teams in.
time. It will take some time.
Okay.
I have they say about 15 minutes to put out the fire, and then we need to get out the smoke
Okay.
like that to get people in there.
So,
And my suggestion here is that if we now, at this moment, taking care of the people inside the building, and you with your forces taking care of the people on the outside.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I've done millions of exercises in several different countries. One of the major differences on this particular course and this type of course is it includes the entire chain. Very often countries will deal with just the pre-hospital and only they will practice, and it will stop at the doors of the hospital.
One ambulance complete. Wait a moment. You please.
One ambulance, 3 nurses.
Yeah, okay.
1 minute.
1 second, I just clarify if we have any.
Okay, so right, we've got about 20 people that we've got working at the moment.
Can we approach others in the moment? Is the scene already cleared?
We don't know, we're not sure. We're still getting people towards us. If we get the go-ahead from you and the MIC, then we can go.
Then please wait with them here. I will clarify if we have seen security, if we can approach the others, okay?
The biggest problem, to be honest, is understanding each other's roles and responsibilities and understanding how we can contribute to each other, but also understanding how we can help each other, but sometimes how we can't help each other.
Have you talked to the medical?
Oh, maybe you can ask.
Hello, please.
Yeah, there's agreement needs to be.
Is it possible to get any more lights over here? Can we get more light so we can...
Okay, I'll pass that on now.
In the north.
Yeah, this is a 7-year-old child.
And fire services fighting fires within inside the building. We have triage teams working the outside of the building, but as yet cannot enter the building because it's structurally unsafe. I need as many resources as we can get to this incident, as there are potentially 600 people inside and outside of the building.
We have a minute.
Yeah, come in.
But I think the amount would maybe
It's something to consider, definitely.
bring one more person to you, and then we will see.
Cards are very self-explanatory, very easy to read, and with all sufficient information for participants and instructors, so they can very accurately simulate the real situation in the field, with all the injuries and the required treatments.
We have transport capacity. Make sure that the records go on. To the others.
When something happens, there isn't confusion at the scene. There is an automatic response where everybody focuses on exactly what's going on, and people do the right things. People don't do things that are unsafe. Control is established very quickly. This sort of thing is fundamental, but it can only work if it's been practiced.
What do you need? I need about 10 people at least. Can I get that now?
We need doctors as well as paramedics. Okay, do we have an ETA? Do we have a time for when we're going to receive?
Estimated time of arrival, yeah.
Okay.
We'll take care of it. Please just make sure that we do not make too long treatments.
I have to say I'm very impressed with the system here, particularly not only in terms of the work they've done in medical response, but you can see by the nature of the way that people are trained that this could become very flexible, and it could be used by many different agencies to achieve many disaster management objectives.
Around with the ambulance crew.
When they are not time blocked, you can take the red cards off and bring them around the corner. No problem. Yeah? Label?
Yeah. This far. Could we have any landing zone closer to the maybe one more?
Okay.
People coming down from Ambassador Suite, and at least 10 people who are trapped up there due to smoke in the stairways.
Some more, you can call on me. So.
Lovely, thank you very much.
You have enough.
Do you have any more information about the number of victims? Over.
Hello. No additional ventilator in the whole hospital.
And there is a press conference at 11:45.
11:45, and the bomb squad will
SOS and the doctors
be there.
They are not being able to. That's okay. We take it together with the rest. We need to get out some information. That's good you're here. We're actually having a press conference in 15 minutes. Most welcome.
And the bomb squad will be there and see if they can defuse the bomb.
This course is famous all over Europe So we all consider it as a basic and the most important part of our training as members of the European Union community for people in charge with trauma.
Not now. I'm trying to get in touch with the MIC, but I can't get in touch with him right now.
Okay, so what you could do is speak to the ALO.
She's only got what's waiting on her board.
No, speak to the ALO and get the ALO to speak to the MIC to make contact. Because if there's a communication problem, then that needs to be relayed to the MIC on scene. So you can facilitate that.
MIC.
Tracheostomy, 7 minutes, intubation 2 minutes.
Yeah, check for me, and it's all for operations.
Intubation. I go to do as I am doing.
And also as you're professionally bound as a registered medic.
Yeah, you heard. There was 3 dead persons up on the 4th floor. The suicide bomber. And 2 other civilians are dead.
That's correct, Eva. Can I also check on the delivery of supplies, things like blankets, oxygen and fluids? And can we request comfort facilities such as food and drink for staff, Eva?
So this one is finished in 45, it's another 5 minutes, then he can go. But I can't do anything for another.
But we need to send them away as well. If you have a box...
You're doing really well. In my jacket. No, you're doing really, really well. The same time, 12:09. Over.
Okay, thank you for that. Over.
The 2 is waiting for transport.
Because I will report to my chief now and they will have a press conference. I will say that it's actually more than 65 dead or up.
We have 2 helicopters with medical personnel.
Yes.
We can take 6 patients in each helicopter, so 12 totally.
Can we just move you? We can talk to you right in a few minutes.
You can leave it. Say
No, they're going to have a small press conference here in a while, but if you please can stand here.
What's happened?
They will come and talk to you.
We've got 3 transport, but with medical staff to send, so we have actually got them. I'm finished. Yeah, good. Okay, here are another doctor as well, if you want. Well done.
Send an ambulance with 1 red patient to Harbour City.
That is correct. I'm also sending ambulance BL 501 with a red patient to Major City Hospital. Estimated time of arrival will be 12:53 a.m. Over.
Got a free doctor.
X-ray.
And perhaps coronary. They can do it now because they are the 2 available. So we have 2 and
In the OR I have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, how many do you have in the OR?
general surgery specialist. I would like to take.
This one, I think we'll have
Also in the hospitals, every treatment consumes the same resources and the same time as in reality. Accurate staffing of these modified trauma teams is necessary to do things parallel and shorten the time in the trauma rooms as much as possible. For every patient arriving to hospital, the instructor can on a screen illustrate the findings on X-ray examination, ultrasound, or computer tomography when indicated, as a base for discussion of treatment strategy. When surgery is decided, pictures describing the findings at surgery come up on the screen as a base for selection of surgical strategy. As an example, on this patient with multiple intra-abdominal injuries caused by penetrating fragments, how to handle the liver injury, resection or just packing, preservation or removal of the spleen, repair or just drainage of the pancreatic injury, repair of the intestinal injuries or just temporary ligation, and how to deal with a gastric injury. The instructor sets the time for surgery in accordance with the decisions made. The importance of the restriction of primary surgery to as simple procedures as possible can easily be illustrated.
So far we have confirmed 65 dead, and maybe there are more, but I don't want to speculate on how many.
If you send it a long distance, so these were all the same problem actually. Neck injury again, pneumothorax again, pelvic stabilization again. For every patient, the instructor has information about treatments that have to be done within a certain time to avoid mortality. Every patient declared dead by the instructor is analyzed. Was the death preventable? Preventable death related to injury severity, ISS, is recorded as an important result of the response which can be improved by further training or by adjusting organization and resources. Pelvic stabilization again. And here again, the last part here, blast injury, pneumothorax, blast injury, pneumothorax.
So this is a training, and it's quite a harsh judgment because we want to be perfect.
The way we wrap them up. So that's
a little bit sad because the wrapping could save the life of the patient. I mean, the wrap stops the bleeding. That's the most effective way to stop the bleeding of a pelvic injury.
Yeah, they usually go on suspicion rather than on fact. So
that's a very good policy, yes.
It's good. I would say, if anything, overused, but well.
Senior MIC comes on scene at 10:53 and assumes command of his part of it. And then at 11:33 we had an extra incident. I decided to turn the knob of evilness a little bit, and we had a hostage situation up to the ambassador suite. Is we have to be better at using the entire card and deciding whether we're going to do a triage sort or do the anatomical triage to the patients.
So we really had a great advantage with primary triage, that they were quickly moving the patients out, quickly identifying the reds. But the problem was that we didn't have the staff.
You will need some more people too.
But they quickly acted upon the information given by the shocked patients and decided to go for a yellow alert and upgraded that within 10-15 minutes to a red alert.
So there are some people here who have had like a one-time experience, which is unique in its own way. And I've had my experience, which is unique in its own way. And I think we should learn from one another. We shouldn't be against learning. So yes, we can learn, as Israelis, we can learn from Swedish and, you know, Scandinavian people about this.
I'm very convinced with this course now that it is something we are going to get to take to Norway and convince our administrators and use politically to improve communication for everyday trauma system, and also to train the roles during a disaster or during a mass casualty incident.
Now, there are very few, if any, other courses apart from this MRMI course that actually cater for this, where you can actually work together with the police, the ambulance service, and lots of different people doing different parts that are essential during a major incident. And this allows you to work out the whole system of managing a major incident and of making sure you get the optimal results, as small a death rate as possible, using the system.
I think this course can become a language that helps us better prepare universally.
If I can work out who will die if I don't get this right, then maybe they will survive. And what a better way of doing it than with plastic cards.
So I actually think the work that Professor Lundqvist has done is fantastic. And I really recommend anybody who knows or has access to these kind of courses to attend them.